Hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A. and I just got back from the Vermont Country Store. If you haven't been to a store like this, you definitely need to check it out. It's very easy to get to. It's right off, if you're on 91 North, you can just take exit 6 and take a left, and the first Rockingham store, which is their second store, is right there within a couple of miles there. It's an amazing experience. It's not just shopping, it's an experience. Now to me, New England is always represented kind of an old school way of life, practical, functional, and a store like this that was, I think they opened up in 1946. It was a young couple, Vrest and Mildred Orton. They sent out a mail order catalog to all the people on their Christmas list, and they started a small general store, which reminded Vrest, I guess, of his father's general store, which was from 1897, and they opened a little store in Weston, Massachusetts, and just built it over the years. They received some press from the Saturday Evening Post, and then CBS News visited them, and these catalogs are quite famous. It's kind of a trip down memory lane just going through the catalog. You can see so many wonderful, interesting things in this. They have everything from a food and household section, linens and bed. They have an apothecary, health and beauty and makeup. They have toys and candy and practical things, little tools and gadgets and things that you cannot find anywhere else. They call themselves the purveyors of the practical and hard to find, and it certainly is true. They sell nostalgia, and these things are things that you will not have buyers regret. I visited there several times over the past few years, and to me, this represents everything I love about New England life and small town life. Walking down the aisles and looking at the different things, it kind of takes you back to a time where life was a little simpler. Maybe we were a little less burdened with stress and issues of our modern lives. But they're not only really cool old-fashioned things, they still have an eye for the future. They're very, very environmentally responsible. They look out for people's health and health concerns. They look at the ingredients and the packaging and everything else, and they just are, it's a full spectrum store. If you imagine life in a small rural town, and I believe Western Vermont probably had a population of 500 to 600 people, so if you consider that, that's a very small town. So a country store that kind of had a little of everything, and it was a highlight of people's week or month to go down to visit. They would get all of their supplies to run their lives smoothly. And this is everything from French perfume to a special kind of cheddar cheese to a new nightgown to your hunting cap to an apple core. There's all kinds of things. So I'm going to take you on a journey, and you're going to really feel like you're shopping along with me. I took the Budman with me one day, and then the second day I went back and got a few other things. And I will be doing a live sampling of fire cider, which we'll talk about later. So up here in the corner is a little eye, and that will take you straight to the Vermont Country Store webpage. And I think that you'll love what you see. Now, they don't know who I am. I am not sponsored. This is not, I'm not getting any commission. It's really just, I love this place and I want to support it. And I think there's more to life than just makeup. So I think that you can see this and enjoy this for yourselves. Take a little trip down memory lane, and let's go shopping.
Welcome to Rockingham, Vermont, home of the Vermont Country Store, and this is store number 2. This isn't the main store, which is in Weston, but this is a really great store as well, and it's easier to film here. As you open the doors to go in, you're kind of overwhelmed with all the beautiful things, and where do you begin? It's just chock-a-block full of really interesting stuff. So we're going to take it section by section, starting with the spatulas, the cookbooks, paring knives. There's a GI can opener, a P51. Some of you will fondly remember that. Easiest way to open a can ever. There's a tomato corer, an interesting thing. We have some graters, mortar and pestles, and then we're going into the wooden bowls, and this is splatterware. And we have our iron skillets, a staple in any kitchen, and an iron trivet which you can heat to keep plates hot. We have pot holders and sponges, brushes, dish washer baskets. There's some pastry rollers. We have strainers and cookie cutters and bakery stuff. You just don't know what you're going to find. That is a nutmeg grater, and right next to it are actually real nutmegs. There's cookbooks, and there's all kinds of accessories in every section that they just go together so well. There's a scraper and some frostings. I love this cake candelabra. That is just the cutest thing to hold birthday candles. And I'm just checking out the pricing. We're going into more bakery stuff, and then this is a mason jar drinking lid, and they also have mason jar pouring lids if you want to use your canned syrup. Just in time for the kiddies, little truck spoons and little truck forks. Really, really cute. These are farm chopsticks. On the left here, we have a sheep and a goat. And you remember these bobbing birds? They used to have a glass of water and you bob it in there and it would bob on its own. That was always fascinating to me. The drinking bird. And these are fun things to do with your food. And I love these spoon and fork sets for kids. The Yum Bots is cute. And here's a double-edged rabbit spoon. One side the baby holds and the other side the parent holds to help them learn how to hold utensils. Of course, I saw some Bosco in there too. This is a survival area with a tick key, and this is a great little tool. It says it's 99% effective at finding ticks, which of course if you're in the woods at all, you do meet up with ticks on occasion. What a great little idea that is. And of course there's a whistle, there's a hammer, and a little first aid kit, camping stuff. And here's some glassware, paper straws, because you know plastic straws are kind of out. And I love these glasses. Oh, my favorite coffee, Speeder and Earl's. This is Speeder's blend that I'm picking up here. Absolutely love it. And they have an old-fashioned percolator. They also sell percolator parts here. And you remember Postum? It was kind of a mocha and coffee combination. Nice big old sturdy coffee mugs. And a moo cow creamer. It's just so much fun walking through. And you know, the catalogs that you get in the mail do not show everything that's in the store. There's just so much more here. Nice 1-cup filter. It's great for tea, not so much for coffee, but it's great for loose teas. We got some great bowls, covers. I had to take a quick break here. This is cider jam and cinnamon cookies. Really nice. Wonderful Vermont country cookbook, and there's some dish towels. Going into the apple products, there's an apple peeler, and there's apple corer, apple slicer. There's your pie made, and there's a pie crust shields, pie pans, beaded pie weights. And I love these pie birds. You stick them in your pie and they help release the steam so your pies don't overboil. You know how sometimes the filling can spill out over into the oven. Here's a surprise for Vermont, falafel. Here's our breakfast area with deviled egg trays, different, look at a cherry pitter. They even have a butter churner. And my favorite actually is coming up. That is the toast tongs. You stick these in to pull your toast out of the toaster so you don't get electrocuted. Because a lot of times your toast does stick in the toaster, and it's the safest way to remove it. Coming over here, some of the tourist stuff. There's a scraper. And here's something for the sink. Strainer. And this is for your dishwashers. Sorry, we're dirty. And then when you clean it, come in, we're clean. And that is a holder for oddball things in your dishwasher so they don't fall through the rack. Here's some salt and pepper shakers and some bulk salt and peppercorns. Here's our blue willow pattern. That's in English bone china. And you could buy the individual cups in the store, but I believe you can order the sets of 4 in the catalog. Blue willow is a wonderful pattern since the 1700s. And here's our cookie cutters again. We're back in that bakery area. I just can't seem to get away from it. Lots of baking pans. It's Easter time, so they have a lamb and rabbit, cake molds. Oh, and look, the sock monkey cocoa mug right next to the Bosco. And that is a moo milk mixer, which mixes cocoa. And those are the farm tongs, farm chopsticks. Coca-Cola glasses. And these are great. These are Rooster juice glasses. And this little shot glass is cute. It's measured out. The lowest measure for liquor is for the farmer, and then the medium is the lumberjack, and of course the Vermonter can drink the most. So that is the highest peak of the liquor shot glass. I'm probably somewhere between the lumberjack and the Vermonter, although I am a flatlander. There's some nice, good quality dish towels and placemats. They have a lot of linens for the kitchen. They also have bathroom accessories and towels, white porcelain holders, and those are pillows for your chairs. There's some dish towels that hang. We're in the men's department with practical socks and ugly plaid shirts, a staple in Vermont. There's some belts, brown or black of course, puffy vests, the Vermont man dress sweater, and some more ugly plaid in short sleeve. And these are the pajamas, and on the left are the slippers in boxes. More practical socks, gloves, outerwear, and this beautiful shirt, which I actually convinced the budman to come over and look at. Very high quality. Comes in dark blue denim and in the green. There I am coaxing him over. And I'm looking around the corner at some of the other stuff. And there he is having a little sticker shock. But he actually did wind up purchasing this shirt. Now this is a wonderful area. It's all of the aftershaves and lotions and shaving creams and fixins for men. You'll recognize the scent from Pa or Grandpa here. They have a lot of old-fashioned ones and stuff from England and France. And then old-school hair brushes, boar hair brushes, and moisturizers. There's that Badger Balm. More ugly plaid, and there's some suspenders, some sweaters, flannel plaid. And there's one of the hats like those handsome Orton brothers were wearing in the catalog. If you haven't seen the Orton brothers, they are very, very nice looking fellows. Those are the suspenders with their coordinated ugly plaid shirts. Here's the Orton brothers. And here's the Irish cable knit sweaters. And when I was in Ireland, I discovered to my dismay that sweaters actually cost more in Ireland than they do here. So it's actually cheaper to buy your Irish sweater here in America. All different colors, beautiful cable knits. High quality. All of their clothing is extremely high quality. Now, the mail order, you can get additional items, the incontinence underwear and fun things like that, the bras in size G, and the men's stuff. Now, the women's department has a lot of pretty blouses and dresses and outerwear and foldable rain smocks. I found this really interesting. It was a necklace that's made out of fabric, but it looks like beads, but it's fabric. It's really pretty. They had it in a blue series and in a brown series. They had a lot of different types of scarves I thought were really attractive. It's not real trendy, but it's very fresh and pretty. They tend to go for functional and practical in Vermont because they keep things for a long time. Now, these are compression socks, which are kind of interesting. Going into the tourist section here where all the Vermont t-shirts and sweatshirts are. I know Bud had his eye on the tie-dye there. It says, "My happy place." And Vermont is definitely a happy place. It's just so charming here. I always feel healthier when I'm in Vermont. It's a pretty dress and a pretty blouse that had my name on it. Love the flowers. Everything's so springy and fresh. Nightgowns, a little bit old-fashioned. Yep. Here's the compression sock. Look at that. It's pretty wild, and those are compression socks. I'm looking for my husband. There he is. And he did. He found himself a tie-dye. Going into the candy section, which is my favorite in the store. Some old-school candies here. We have Turkish taffy and bit of honey, Reed's. I love the Reed's root beer. And Raisinets, Razzles, Mallow Cups. Oh, and the gum, Clark's Cinnamon Gum. Beeman's Gum is my favorite. I absolutely love that. I think that's a beech nut flavor. And they have some maps for the kids. This candy section is just huge. Really huge. Here's some rock candy and sweet and sour lollipops, moving into different types of rock candy. They don't just have one. And all the candy jars are open during the day, but they are sealed at night. Look at those candy dots. Smarties, Bazooka Gum. And I used to love the Sugar Daddies, and I was so happy to see them. Of course, the last time I bought a Sugar Daddy, I think it was 10 cents. These are, I think, $1.50 for the large Sugar Daddies. Let me just ruin the display here. Can't get it in, so let me just jam it back in. It's really hard to film these kinds of things and actually pick up things to look at them. You'll have to forgive me. There's those vampire teeth we used to love to chew on with the wax. And there's a Chiclets with a, oh man, you can just scoop it on up. Some jelly beans and slices. And they have, oh, look at the liquors. And they really do have liqueur in them. They have, oh, and look, Jim Beam, one of my favorites, and Cointreau. Oh, look, I'm pointing at the Guinness. Those are the mini pints, chocolate and beer, the elixir of the gods. Then we have Asbach. We have more fancy liquor things up top, and down here, malted milk balls, chocolate nuts. There's Jack Daniel's chocolate. Oh, there's just a little bit of everything that you can remember. Bosco bars, and then there's Hammond's chocolate. They're kind of a fancy line, and they're in a lot of the stores in Vermont. crystallized ginger and gold coins. They do measure them out and weigh them, and you just get paid by the pound. And they've got beautiful stuff, tins from England. I just love this one with the Ferris wheel. And I believe that's the London wheel that is portrayed here. Yep. Isn't that cool? That's Churchill's, and it's filled with really deluxe candy. I believe it's caramels that's in there. They also have fancy boxed candies, and all of the turtles and coconut haystacks are my favorite. I'm pointing at them because I'm probably coming back here, coming back around. Coconut clusters, yes. And there's just bins and bins and bins of chocolate. Those are mints. They have bark. And they have paper bags that you can fill with these different things. Dangerously wonderful. Nonpareils. There's toffee pretzels. They do have some of them pre-boxed, so you don't have to have such a casual bag. Now my husband likes the butter crunch, so we're heading back to look for it, because I'm sure it's in this sea of chocolate somewhere. Oh, I have spotted it. I have spotted it. All right. Almond butter crunch. I'm pointing. Okay, we're getting the bag out. I'll scoop and he holds the bag open. This really does bring out the kid in you again. It's really neat. Oh, there we go. The slow, painful process you get to witness. He'll have those down in 2 minutes flat. There's two different kinds. There's the toffee crunch, and then there's just the regular crunch. One's a little bit harder to chew than the other. There's a whole big sugar-free section, and these loose candies on the end are also sugar-free. Lots of German and Belgian chocolates. And here are all the licorices and chews. And they have wonderful Easter candies for this time of year. They've got a little Easter egg tree. There's some Easter bunny gummies. And then these designer ones, the chicks. Then there's stuffed animals. A little bit fast. I hope you're not getting too dizzy. The Uncle Wiggily game, which I know we all played. And there's some more molds for cakes. It is April here. And they have beautiful little stuffed bunnies. And here's a stuffed chicken right next to the hatchums. Little eggs that hatch into creatures. Over here we have the filled gourmet eggs, and we have beautiful pectin jelly beans. And these are gorgeous old-fashioned looking chocolate bars. They're different types. Some of them have caramel filling or hazelnut. Now moving over to here, they've got a lot of books. Well, Bud wants to send this to Washington. What is the Constitution? And here's how we can read it. One of those lit up magnifying glasses. There's a wonderful assortment, one of the best I've seen of the Peter Rabbit collection, the dishes, the bathroom accessories, stuffed animals, the toys, spoons, the eggs, salt and pepper shakers. There's some jigsaw puzzles here too, custom ones. Now here's some more tourist stuff. We've got autumn leaves, and then we've got the leaf-shaped containers of maple syrup, which I did bring back for my friends at work. Here's an old-fashioned ice box with soda pop in it. Moving over to the birds and the yard section, there's a little kitty cat stuffed down there, very cleverly placed. It's just so clever how they merchandised everything. Bird feeders, there's stuff to help birds with their nest, bird collars, bird houses. Oh, I saw some toys. I am such a kid at heart. Look at these little wool creatures, a little hummingbird. I have more fun than the kids, I really do. I love this place. I have quite an assortment too. There's some nice lanterns, and these are cedar balls. You can put these in your drawers, and it keeps out moths. They're repelled by cedar. So there's also cedar oils and sprays. Now here's a little gardening section where you can plant flowers or spices and herbs, mushrooms, and then they have pest control, natural pest control, pretty scarves. Here's our laundry area, and these are the wool balls. These are kind of neat. They look like snowballs. Let me explain a little bit more about them.
Now I showed this in the video. These are wool balls, and you put your wet clothes in the dryer, and instead of using those expensive and kind of not environmentally responsible scented sheets, you put one of these in, and this bounces around with your wash. It dries it about 25% faster than those sheets do, and it lasts, I think, 1,000 washes. So if you do 2 loads of laundry each week, that's 110 a year. So this is going to last you like 8 or 9 years of laundry. And you think about how expensive a box of those like bounce sheets are, you know, and this just takes the place. So it's kind of neat how it works. It takes the static cling off of your clothes and it dries them quicker. So you can put a little bit of essential orange oil or something in your wash so they have a scent if that's a big deal for you. But in the dryer, throw one of these in instead of a dryer sheet and you've got it. I think you can order these in a box of 6 so you can give them away as gifts. I think it'd be a really nice novelty gift to give to somebody.
Back here, everything I need to know I learned from a little golden book. And she's holding the pokey little puppy in her hand. I actually meant to pick this up and read it. Okay, we're back here at the survival area. I just love this. Oh, goodness. Now here's some brooms and mops and mop heads. And look, an old transistor radio. How many of us camped out at the beach with one of those on the blanket? And there's some old-fashioned cleaners, Jubilee wax, and Bon Ami. Do you remember that in The Ghost and Mr. Chicken? They couldn't clean the blood stains off the piano, and the woman kept saying, and they used Bon Ami. So the barkeeper's cleaner, Twinkle. Ah, there's just some memories in here. Who would have thought we'd get excited about cleaners? Now here's an old washboard. Clothespins. And then we've got some nice candles, and they are mostly soy candles, and they've got candle holders, beautiful scents, very relaxing. And oh, out of the corner of my eye, I'm seeing to the left there, that's the Kit Kat clock. My grandma had a black one of these, and here they are. We're going up to look at them. There's 3 different colors. Look at that. Their tails go, and their eyes go. Isn't that cool? And it's old school clock face. Now these candles, we're coming around the other side of the candles because I love the birch bark look, and these are naturally scented. The ones in the maple syrup can smell like maple. Really cool. And of course there's a little pine cone ones. I love that. Look at that. It looks like birch branches. And Bud's trying to talk me into getting one of them because there's some that don't light up. They're like battery operated. These are snakes to clear out your sink drain and your toilet drain. And here's some of that poopery stuff and bathroom sprays. Oh, we're into the perfumes. We're getting close to the beauty stuff. This little heart-shaped perfume is Blue Waltz, and it smells like grandma. It's just, I've smelled this so many times and I know now what it is. It's only $6.45. Can you believe that? And it smells so good. It reminds me of grandma. He's going, well, it's not really you, but they also have the solid perfumes too, and this beautiful assortment of soaps. Lifebuoy soap, and that beautiful brushes. Now, the shampoo is kind of neat too. There's scalp massagers. And gee, your hair smells terrific. That's a really popular one. They have conditioner and shampoo. And face masks and drips and drabs of a little bit of everything to make you look good and feel good. Cleansers, retinol. I think it was Gardner Orton that went to college, and he's really into natural and homeopathic medicines and meditation and things like that. So he does probably a lot of the research for some of these things. These things are time tested and proven. Cola syrup for your upset tummy. Old goat. All kinds of funny things. It's funny reading some of these. There's a pill pod to put your medicine in when you're traveling. And elixirs. They've got a lot of wonderful elixirs. And a foot soaking tub. And there's the Lotol. That's great hand cream. That helps you with the cracks on the ends of your fingers. And these are emery boards. They have a kitty cat version and a dog version. They look like matchboxes, but they're actually emery boards, little emery boards. Now we're into the makeup. I just love this. There's the Papoose thing. I remember in the 70s, that's a very strong blush, mineral blush powder. I don't know why I didn't get it. I picked it up, looked at it, and put it back. Now there's that mascara with the comb from Besame. That's a really great mascara. It actually works really well. Very surprising. Now I'm actually trying to swatch this lipstick from Tangy. And I'm swatching it on my hand. You can see it's already starting to turn color. And it's a different color than what it looks like in the tube. Let's talk about it for a second. And now I'm opening up the foundation from Tangy. It is a cream to powder foundation, and that's the light shade, and I really liked it.
It is a neutral color. It is not orange, and it is not too pink. This one is what I'm wearing now. It goes on as a cream. It's very easy to apply. I think my fingers put it on the best way. You can use the sponge that they supply with it to put it on, but I'm not real keen on this. I think it can make smeary marks, and if you push it on with your hand or even with a sponge, I think like a Beauty blender sponge, damp, put that in there and you put it on. I think you get more of an airbrush finish that way. Now the first time I went with my husband, I was sampling it like I was in the video. And I just grabbed a box. I thought there was only one shade. And when I got home and I put it on, I looked like I was in a stage production or something. It was very dark, but it's still not dark enough to handle deep skin tones, but it was a very dark olive color. So the dark shade in this line is more for a medium to a dark medium person who has an olive undertone. So if you have difficulty finding that, you may like this.
And now I really like that, and I'm just kind of pointing out how much I like it. So I'm going to pick up the blush next and have a look at that, the Tangy blush. Similar to the lipstick, it actually turns a slightly different color once it's on your skin. A teeny goes a long way.
This
Oh boy.
is the Tangy blush. Now, same thing. It's one color in the pan, and there is a mirror there for you. But a teeny bit, and I mean a teeny bit, goes a long way to give you a beautiful, pretty flush. Just a teeny tiny, this will last the rest of your natural life. A teeny tiny bit just is beautiful. I have it on now. I used to brush with it, and I actually probably put a little too much on, but this also will last the whole day and into the night. It's a really nice kind of a uniform. I think it's universal shade, a coral shade. So you may find that you like it whether you have a blue or a warm undertone. You will like it, and it will look pretty.
Now, I didn't realize it, but Tangy also has a perfume, and it's kind of a tangerine and jasmine smell. I found it was a little cheapy-pongy kind of smell, though. So it's a very extensive and vast section here for health and beauty. We have our Badger Balm, our Bag Balm, and then we have the Anti-Monkey Butt powder, supposed to keep you fresh and from itching. That's really nice. Triple milled soap, a wonderful thing. It's triple milled, so there's less water in it, so it lasts longer and it suds up better. And it smells wonderful. They have some great scents in their old-fashioned cash register. Silver Savoie. Now, they were all out of Bar Harbor in the Taboo lipstick, but I really wanted to try that and demonstrate it for you. Darn it. They only had all the really strong, bright red colors. Back into that makeup pile, I forgot to show you, they have Max Factor Pan Stick. And of course, as you know, Max Factor and CoverGirl are pretty much the same company, but they divided up, and I think it was like 1980s. Max Factor was popular over in the UK, so they kept that brand over there, and they kept CoverGirl in the US. So here's some of that natural healing stuff. There's a nice, it's a soap pad. It's made out of wooden sticks, and you stick your soap on it, and it drains and dries, so it lasts longer. It's a really clever idea. Very easy to wash as well. And there's some deodorant soaps as well. Those triple milled soaps are just unbelievably wonderful. And there's a soap lift. So you can set your soap on that and it absorbs that, and then you can use soap in the pad. This is baby powder soap and spray, and here's some beautiful soap leaves that look like flowers. Really nice for bridal showers. There's some lotions, and the soap is just beautiful. It's baby powder soap. What a beautiful smell to this, and it is triple milled, of course. And it will last forever. My goodness, those things last in the shower. They don't melt down. They're really, really good. You'll see a huge difference between those and the grocery store soaps. And there's some powder. These are all talc-free because talc has been known to be harmful. And of course, there's some blotting tissues. That's really nice. Miss Kingsley's blotting tissues. And they have a light powder on them, so they're really perfect for on the go. There's the Lemon Up stand. There's perfume, there's the Lemon Up shampoo and conditioner, and Lemon Up perfume. My husband was quite attracted to that. He was spraying it on him. I think he went back for seconds. Here's the frownies and the wrinkles. These are patches that plump up and hydrate underneath your eyes and literally reshape underneath your eyes on a temporary basis so you don't look like you have bags under your eyes or wrinkles. Really, really clever. These are famous, and this is an old school product, and it works. Unbelievable. There's also hyaluronic acid and squalane oil. Hair clips, combs, brushes. And this is a bar shampoo, which is really nice for traveling. It's not a liquid form. It's like a soap bar, but it's shampoo. And they had different flavors of it. I was very tempted. These are bath bombs to enjoy a luxurious bath. You just put them underneath the tap and let it fill up, and you've got these beautiful bath salts and Epsom salts. And we're going into some bedding here, and these are all the elixirs and soaps. Oh my goodness. Look at these beautiful brushes and body scrubbers and massage oils and reflexology for hands and feet. And they actually tell you what part of the hand or foot works with what part of your body. And you massage that area and it's supposed to help those particular parts of your body. And they have everything's kind of marked out there like a little street map. So the middle part of your hand there for the colon, there you go. And here's some of those elixirs. Wonderful. Oh, that's old school, but I tell you, the old-time folks were more connected with nature, and they knew the herbs and concoctions and tinctures and things that would help you feel better. The best one, I think, to try is the Moonbeam Meadow. It has an unbelievable assortment of positive oils and herbs and extracts in it that will really make you feel good. And there's a little miniature measurer, so you could actually measure out your dosage. Strength of the Hills. A lot of these have a base of apple cider vinegar, and I actually did purchase one. You know, country folk didn't always have the doctor next door, and they made a lot of their own homemade elixirs that would help with different things, immune systems and colds and upset stomachs and sleeplessness, menopause. And Moonbeam Meadow, I think, actually has the black cohosh in it, which is very good for hot flashes. And this is a really good thing to take at night. It also has apple cider vinegar in it, so it'll work your system really well. And now we're moving into the cola syrup. And this is used in homes for years as a stomach soother. You can actually mix it with water or seltzer water to make your own cola drink. And oh boy, how many of us have used one of these headache things? What is my finger doing in front of the camera? Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at this. Fill it with ice and stick it on your head, and it cools your headache or helps with your hangover. Some homemade soaps. Oh, fire cider. Oh boy. Some black cherry elixir. Turmeric. That's supposed to be really good for you.
So, the apothecary carries so many interesting remedies, and back in the day, I think people were far more connected to natural and homeopathic recipes for ailments. I mean, they had elixirs to make you feel better, they had things to settle your stomach, they had things to help you sleep, and these were all derived from herbs and formulations that you made from food and things in your home. So there was cola syrup, which you can use for an upset tummy, and then there's tonics, Vim and Vigor tonic and things like that that have an apple cider vinegar base to them, along with other herbs and things. Now this is fire cider tonic, and I got this one because it has an incredibly interesting listing of ingredients. You ready? Okay, there. Organic ingredients include apple cider vinegar is the number one. We have raw honey, oranges, lemons, onions, horseradish, garlic, jalapeno peppers, black pepper, ginger, and turmeric. Take 1 tablespoon daily. Shake well. Refrigerate after opening. And this is, they said here, the tonic with a kick. Hearty and hale New Englanders have relied on fire ciders to keep a spring in their step for centuries. Fire ciders are a zesty infusion of soul-warming herbs and spices, citrus fruits, hot peppers, onions, and garlic in pure apple cider vinegar. Folks swear by it for many health benefits, including clearing the sinuses and supporting normal immune health. Strengthen, restore, renew. So this is the fire cider, and I'm going to just do a little live demo here. I've got a tablespoon measure, and I'm just going to give it the old college try here. So has a little bit of a smell of vinegar. There we go. Whoops. Here we go. Okay, so that was my first try with this. It's a tablespoon of a little bit of everything. There's the apple cider vinegar you can taste, and then a little bit of a pepper taste following. It hits you really hard. It's so good for you though. I mean, it's going to go through, and all the positive little things in that are just going to clear out my digestive system. So I'm going to throw this into the
Well, speaking of upset tummies, we're back into the liquor chocolates again. I just can't get myself away from there. All right, here's the more tourist stuff. We have maple leaf keychains, and we're walking on through here. Vermont stickers, refrigerator magnets, and here's some of the toys and baby clothes. Oh, look at the little cow. That's so cute. They have camo and some books. Oh, I lost footage of some of the toys. I was having so much fun with the toys, I actually turned the camera off by mistake. But I did get these. Those are fun, a little magnetic stuff that you move around. There's some fudge. Now, if you go upstairs, and I didn't know this, but there's an upstairs, and it's your clearance rack. There's all kinds of things here, from handbags to makeup brushes. And there's clothing from off-seasons. There's household items, seasonal items. It's really fun just to have a quick look through, a little treasure hunt. Look at, there's some rugs there. Some linens. Christmas ornaments, a little bit of everything. It's just fun to look around. I'm sorry, I'm making you dizzy here. Men's and women's stuff. Plain vests. A lot of this stuff is last year's fashion. More ugly plaid. Oh, that's real ugly plaid. Kind of like that shirt. Budman didn't like it. Didn't have a collar. Hey, there's some red plaid. That's not bad. Yep, it's thick though, and I think since we're going into spring, all that thick stuff's going on sale. And there's some cable sweaters on sale. Some socks and hats. Yeah, there's some bargains to be had. Yep, and it just figures that I'd locate some makeup and makeup brushes in this grouping. Oh, there's a little tea strainer. Yep, there's some eyeshadow. I spotted it. Yeah, that's a nice basic palette too. It's on sale for $15. Not sure about that one. Oh, and I found something. See, I'm holding the camera while I'm looking. Look, and I found a blush brush for $8 from Bass. It's interesting. All right, let's get out of the clearance aisle. this is nice. There's a Miracle Hand and Miracle Foot Repair mini set right there. And some Northern Comfort maple syrup. I like this. This is a multi-tool, a pocket monkey it's called. Oh, look at the earrings. They have all kinds of jewelry, necklaces and earrings and bracelets. I really like these. That's just my style. And we've got tea stuff, more teacups. It's a little big for me, but there's some loose teas and little tea caddies. Oh, there's those nice old-fashioned ceramic mugs. And here's a little travel mug to go, Vermont Country Store. That's nice, very easy. There's my coffee. And I did buy some of these beans. I got the speeder mix. And those are whole beans, so I did have to grind them when I got them home. And that's a healthy pound, a very healthy pound. Now they have French presses and all kinds of gadgets you can use for, I can't get that out of my hand, there we go. Here's the cookie buttons, and there's actually a picture of the three sons. I think it's Elliot, Gardner, and Cabot Orton. And then we have the fudge sauces, maple leaf cookies, moon pies. We all remember eating those as kids, having them in the lunchbox. Indian pudding, peach and pecan. There's all kinds of toppings here. And they have samples set out just every so often that you can taste things. Really great. Oh my, there is quite a case of cheeses and sausages. A lot of the cheeses are locally made, and there's gourmet cheeses, garlic cheeses. Oh my goodness. Every possible thing that you can imagine in a cheese is there. Really nice. And there are samples as well, so you can try them. But Bud is fascinated with the pickle barrel, so he's going to be getting himself a pickle. There's some salamis and venison, smoked pepperoni. And there's some fun things. Cocktail shaker, and there's a wine cover. It's a sock monkey. Bloody Mary mix right next to it, and there's a shaker bottle next to that. We have some nice chips, bacon chips and healthy chips. And there's a pickle spear. Pickle slicer. I like the pickle picker. That's cute. Yeah, there he goes. He's grabbed one out of the bucket. Oh, they've got grab-and-go salads, sandwiches, individually cut cakes. Oh, and he spotted the deviled eggs. He's going to grab one. I know it. There he is. He enjoyed those in the car. That's from Mildred's kitchen there. And there's sandwiches to go, and They cover all their bases. There's also a little cafe there in the store. Now the other store has a full-blown restaurant with a bar next door to it, so it's quite a nice all-purpose one-stop shop. There's some tiramisu and coffee cakes and pudding, and of course they have fresh fruit and nice salads as well. Italian grinders, and of course there's cookies here. Cookies and biscuits from Germany and England and Sweden. McVitie's digestives. I used to love those. There I am pointing. And they have fresh bakery goods as well. There's the nuts, and of course there's nut crackers right there. And there's a nut chopper for baking. And they have granola mixes as well. Well, they've really got quite an assortment of stuff. Can't even begin. There's the common crackers. There's the B&M brown bread. And there's all kinds of bisques and chowders. And there's also the dry mixes that you can create. Everything from cheesecake to dips. Salmon chowder. Oh my goodness. Can openers. They really thought it through. It's amazing. There's some beer bread and relishes. Italian olive salad. And we have spaghetti sauces. And here's all the different dips and sauces you can get. Oh, and there's some fresh baked treats. Oh my goodness. Rocky Road brownie, blondie brownie, and there's some pies. I wound up actually getting a peach pie from here. And there's a blueberry pie. They also have donuts, which I'm sure they bake in their bakery. Or baked locally at least. Those are cider covered. And then they have the muffins, the fresh muffins. Oh, that one has maple sugar on it. And those have a chocolate coating and a glaze. Oh, here's the fudge counter. Look at that lace, got a whole big old pile of them. And now we're gonna go around the corner here. And look at all the maple syrup products. Different containers of them. There's the amber and the dark. Absolutely beautiful. You could get a sampler of the different types. Now as you go darker with maple syrup, it becomes more of a maple flavor and less sweet. The lighter shades are really good for candy making. At the end of this video, I'll post my maple syrup video. Oh, look at this maple walnut pancake mix, blueberry. There's also, oh, look, Ralston cereal. Remember, it came in a box and was a picture of a little boy smiling on the front. There's some buckwheat. Yeah, buckwheat pancake mix and buttermilk pancake mix. Oh, yep, and then there's just apple. Wow. Now look at all these jams. Now there's 18 different flavors of jams and jellies. Everything from hot pepper to quince to pear to apricot. Absolutely beautiful. Cranberry apple. Plum, red raspberry, and they have seedless blackberry. They also have 15 different flavors of sugar-free jams, which is a wonderful assortment. And they have 5 different chutneys. And the chutneys are great for, I add mine to chicken salad. I think it really makes a great chicken salad when you add some nuts and cranberries in it and put a chutney in there. Oh my goodness, a little curry powder. And here's some canned fruits, preserves, vegetables. And here's some little mini jams just for morning toast. If you're traveling, this is really handy. Pickled onions, mushrooms, oh, spiced apple rings. There's some more of that splatterware over there. Alright, there's some Bosco and Moo mixes, and we're going into the Walker's Scottish shortbread, and they have the strawberry and cream biscuits, and they have the fruit, the plain, the spiced, beautiful tins, and the Swedish ginger snaps. Getting hungry already. There's the wafer cookies with orange or berry fillings.
So I hope you have enjoyed this. I certainly enjoyed bringing it to you, and I can't wait to go back for another trip. Now the store I went into was the Rockingham store, which is closer to the highway, and I just went in there first. But it's worth the trip to go the extra half hour in and go to the Weston, Vermont store, which is the original store, and see it's slightly arranged differently, and it's the original home of the Vermont Country Store. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful week and have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles. Oh no, don't touch anything. No, it's on the video.